Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds. It's Tuesday, and it looks like there is an interesting situation going on with golf, isn't there?
Yeah, to say the very least. And it's kind of a very sad story, but Rob Marsh, who is director of the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame and the Price Cutter Charity Championship, announced that there will be no golf tournament next year. It is out. OUT canceled because, according to the reports that we have, the Korn Ferry Tour and Highland Springs could not come to a mutual agreement as to the date. Wanted to change the date to June, and the Highland Springs folks already had something scheduled for June, couldn't make the arrangements, so the tournament gets canceled. Now, in the announcement, this is the disturbing part, there was no mention at all of the tournament coming back in 2027. That's just completely silent, a mute point. What Mr. Marsh did say, with their plans being made for a community-wide, quote, experience, end quote. Didn't say what that was, that will benefit the charities involved, and that will be forthcoming. The announcement on that will be forthcoming in several days. But as far as the golf tournament next year, after 34 years, it has been canceled, and that's, to me, that, as a sports fan, that's a shame.
You think they might be shopping it around to different...
I don't know what the PGA controls, of course, all the scheduling on the minor league, so to speak, or AAA tours, and the Korn Ferry Tour is one of them. But in terms of looking around for another spot, would it be here in the Ozarks? Haven't heard any mention. There are a number of great golf courses down in Branson, but is that easily accessible to the public? That part of it I don't know, and I don't know what the thinking is. So we'll just have to wait to see what the smart folks come up with.
Yeah, speaking of smart folks, my buddy Johnny would love to pounce on something like that and get that down in Branson at Buffalo in a heartbeat. I guarantee you that, my friend, and don't think he's not already thinking about that. A longtime college basketball coach is stepping down. What's the story?
That is 11-year veteran Bruce Pearl, who's 11 years at Auburn. Of course, he was in college coaching all over at Iowa and Southern Indiana, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and Tennessee. As a matter of fact, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and Tennessee are the locales where I had the chance to interview him, and he's a really colorful character. Terrific coach at Auburn, had them as a Final Four team last year. Good team, very good coach. There are hints that he might run for the Senate seat, which is going to be vacated in Alabama, but he says, no, I'm going to stay on the college as a special assistant, but knowing Bruce Pearl, sometimes those intentions all change. We'll see. But his son, Stephen Pearl, who's also a very good coach, is going to take over the Auburn Tigers.
Interesting. College football rankings out now. Mizzou in the top 20.
They are number 20, as a matter of fact, in the Associated Press rankings, and that's pretty good. They have Massachusetts this week, and that'll be, you don't want to downgrade anybody or make anything a 100% positive, but Massachusetts is very, very weak. And Mizzou, it's homecoming, and Mizzou should have a real fun time against the Massachusetts Minutemen, who are members of the Mid-America Conference. That's a D1 conference, pretty good. It's Akron, Miami of Ohio, and Central Michigan, and people like that. But Mass is just not a very good program. They haven't built their program back up to Division I standards. They're in the process of doing that. Number 1 is Ohio State, followed by Miami, Penn State, LSU, and Georgia. They are the top 5 teams in America, Associated Press.
I think Oklahoma should be a little bit higher on that list, my friend, especially after last weekend. St. Louis Cardinals out west for another series when this is almost over for them.
It is, and they being the Cardinals, will end the season on the road at Oracle Park in San Francisco and then at Wrigley Field, Chicago. First game at Oracle Park starts well for the Cardinals, down 4-2 to the San Francisco Giants in the 5th inning. Cardinals scored 4 runs, come away with a 6-5 victory, and that is very, very good for the Cardinals. It didn't do them any good as far as the standings, and it is a very painful loss for San Francisco. They considered themselves to be in the wild card hunt, but you can't lose a game when you're far behind, and I say far only because from a chronological standpoint it is 4 games with, 6 remaining. That damages their chances of ever getting back into it. So a 6-5 win for the Cardinals, and they continue tonight out at Oracle Park.
Now, Springfield Cardinals are in Game 2 of their championship series. Now, just keep in mind, this is a best of 3, so they got to win tonight.
They do indeed. The Cardinals trailed the Midland Rockhounds 1-0. Midland won up here on Sunday 6-3. So now they play tonight at Midland, Odessa. Now they play tonight at Midland, Odessa, Texas, and they'll start at 6:30 tonight. Midland Rockhounds are a pretty good team. They're the Athletics AA farm team. They have some terrific young talent, but the onus is on the Cardinals' shoulders. They have to win tonight, or the Texas League Championship Series goes to Texas and indeed the Midland Rockhounds. We'll see what happens.
Go Birds! Had a hell of a game in Baltimore last night, didn't we? I thought that was a great Monday night football
It really
game.
was very entertaining with a lot of scoring, a lot of mistakes made, especially by the Baltimore Ravens of all teams. But Detroit Lions go into Baltimore and come away with a 38-30 victory, 38-30. David Montgomery of the Detroit Lions, kid out of Iowa State, really played very well. Had a couple of touchdowns, 150-some yards. Derrick Henry, the star of the show, who is an absolute beast on the field, fumbled in the fourth period on a key drive. As a matter of fact, it was a 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. Fumbled the ball. Detroit picked it up deep in Baltimore territory, able to get a field goal at that and come away with a victory, 38-30. Oh, don't you know the Baltimore Ravens will be very angry when they come into Kansas City on Sunday afternoon? Should be a terrific football game.
They're angry. I'm angry. We'll see what happens. And I was definitely rooting for the Lions yesterday. We got a long road to go until then. At least it feels like it now, but Sunday will be here before you know it. Ned, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.